continually bring to the present the lessons learned by those in the past. Continually bring to the present the lessons learned by those in the past. Proverbs 23:18-19 says, surely there is a future, and your hope will not be cut off. Listen, my son, and be wise, and direct your heart in the way. Proverbs 15:5 says, a fool despises his father's instruction, but he that regards reproof is prudent or wise. Implying that a fool insists on learning everything himself, and usually the hard way. Now, I was a foolish son for 15 years of my life. I thought that I was going to be the exception to the rule. But I found after a few hard knocks that, a word to the wise is sufficient. How many of you know that isn't a scripture verse? Put your hand in the air if you thought it was a scripture verse. A word to the wise is sufficient. I thought it was a scripture verse. It's one of those things where it's a wise saying. There's truth to it. But I didn't quote that. The things our ancestors have learned from experience should be the starting point of our education. The things our parents learned, we should not have to learn the hard way. We should just hear and go, wow, I see it works. Do you know that if we had to learn everything from scratch, every one of us, and had to be proven, empirical evidence, everything before we took it as fact, we'd be in the Stone Ages still. There's a huge body of information that's passed down to us which we accept as truth. Listen to this scripture. Psalm 78, 1-7. Listen, O my people, to my instruction, and incline your ears to the words of my mouth. And I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings of old, which we have heard and known, and our fathers have told us. We will not conceal them from their children, and tell to the generations to come the praises of the Lord, and his strength and his wondrous works that he has done. For he established, confirmed, proved a testimony in Jacob, and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers that they should teach to their children, that the generations to come might know, even the children yet unborn. You are part of history, and you need to learn from history, that they may arise and tell them to their children, that they should put their confidence in God. Pastor Jim Bugg was one of the ones who blazed a trail for many. How many have been affected by Jim Bugg's life? Okay. A lot of the older people here remember. Jim, would you come forward just here for a moment? Jim and Marilyn. Stand up for a second, Marilyn. Give a little clap for